Leonard, let's look ahead to the future of the ACC. With Pitt and Syracuse coming in, you have Notre Dame coming in as well, you have Louisville next year. It's getting a whole lot tougher to be Leonard Hamilton, head coach at Florida State, isn't it?
Well, I think it's getting better, for me to be the head coach at Florida State, because now you're you've always been a part of a great conference that's gotten greater and could be the greatest of all times. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And when you take a look at all the rich tradition that the ACC has enjoyed over the years, and you think about the tradition now that's being added to it, you can't do anything but be excited.
And that history includes the 2012 ACC tournament champions, the Florida State Seminoles. Talk about getting your team back to that position, battling for an ACC title game.
Well, I think we made tremendous progress last year because we started 3 freshmen. Many times on the court, we had 4 and sometimes 5 freshmen on the floor competing at a pretty good level. We were not as successful as we had been the year before when we won the championship, but we got a lot of valuable experience and playing time for some youngsters that are very talented. They needed that experience. They grew up, and I think we're going to be a lot more prepared mentally and emotionally, for the upcoming season.
You talked about something about coaching so many freshmen. I want to back up a step and think about coaching and how it might have changed over the last couple decades. You're having to coach freshmen and sophomores a lot more these days, aren't you?
Well, that's part of the process. And for us, we lost 6 seniors the year before, and you enjoy that, And so obviously there's a point where now you got to kind of regroup. But then you have that unexpected issue that happens. We had 2 major injuries last year that kind of took some of our experienced guys out, but it gave some guys opportunity to grow that otherwise would not have an opportunity. Now you come back with more healthy unit, more experienced guys with the chemistry that has been developed as a result of the opportunity to participate at an early age, and that can't do anything but help you.
You talked about that opportunity. Is chemistry tougher these days as a coach to develop with your team with guys leaving early to the NBA?
Well, most of us have not had the experience that much of guys leaving early. But when you look at the big picture, you have very few, 10, 15 players a year out of 5,000 or 6,000. So the numbers are not as great sometimes I think you would think. I think youngsters should have the opportunity to realize their dreams if possible. But basically, you really building your program on a consistent basis with guys that are with you now for 3 or 4 years.
All right, last thing. Give me a sense of the Florida State Seminoles going all over the East Coast now, heading to Notre Dame. It's got to be a great feeling being a part of this challenge in the ACC.
This is an outstanding opportunity and a time for ACC basketball. There's no doubt about for Florida State, having the opportunity to compete every day and night in and night out against the greatest collection of college basketball teams in America can't be anything but exciting for Florida State and for the ACC.
Leonard, thank you.
Thank you very much.